What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to Shane Car Junkie. It's nice to be back doing videos again. So I keep trying to do this on a regularly scheduled basis, but there's so much going on with our company and my wife and I, our personal life, that I keep having this idea that I can make time for it, and I just haven't had the time. Now that our dictator out in California is allowing the peasants to get back to work, I would imagine that in 4 or 5 weeks, this place should be humming again, and that's going to free me up to have a little bit more fun with my hobby, which is coming here and doing this content creating for the channel. So just wanted to give you guys an update, let you know I haven't gone anywhere. I still really want to do this, but I've got my priorities. Obviously, my staff, my family come first, and then this YouTube hobby and growing the channel comes secondary to that. But you guys have been super awesome to get to know. I've made a lot of new friends this past year, especially after the whole CNC Motors thing broke over on Normal Guy Supercar. So that's what inspired me to start the channel. Now, speaking of the whole CNC thing, a little update on the 2008 Ferrari F430. It's needing pretty much the top end completely rebuilt. We're looking between $17,000 and $20,000 to get that done. R2 Racing out in Canyon Country is performing the work. I will do an update video on that before the end of the month. I think next week they're putting the motor back in. That would be a great time to go over, introduce you guys to the shop, to Rafi, who's just an amazing technician, especially if you're out here in Southern California and you need a good, reliable, fair-priced Ferrari tech. Rafi at R2 is the guy to go to. So I also want to kind of touch base on what we're going to be doing with the channel for the next 5 or 6 videos. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a spotlight on our 2020 Sprinter van build that we've been working on for the last 8 months. Now, this project and this company has been in the works for almost a year and a half. We've been doing a lot of designing, a lot of product testing, a lot of product development, patents, trademarks, things like that. And I think what we'd like to do is basically show you how we're building a Sprinter van company. Now, of course, we'll show how we're building the vans and what we're doing, but don't mistake it for a DIY channel. This is really of how to build a business, or not how to do it, just how we're doing it. Because I honestly don't know if the business model is going to work, if my approach is going to be desirable, or even if my styling is going to be something that the market really has a demand for. We like it, I hope I like it. I've spent a lot of money building this prototype. We think we already have a buyer for this, so that's pretty good news. And we're already looking at picking up 2 more Sprinter vans. So I figure we'll cover some of this, some of the build, answer some questions. Even if you guys want to see some cool little features about this, if you want us to get into detail on a certain item or the interior or components, put it in the comments section. If that's what you guys want to see, I really enjoy creating that sort of video, and I'd be happy to do it. Now, we're also going to be introducing our other cars to the channel. So we've got our 911 Carrera, we've got the Saab Sonnet rally car, we've got the wife's Rubicon Jeep, we've got the wife's 66 convertible Mustang with a pretty healthy V8 in it. And then we've got the next project that I'm actually going to start working on for myself. And we're definitely going to be doing that here on the channel. And we just put it up on a pallet. We're gonna get ready to ship it up to our ranch in Idaho and start the process on it. But we are gonna convert that 32 Ford into a pre-runner with an overlanding camper shell and bed on it. So that's kind of my idea for that. We just scored a 5-liter motor for it today. We're gonna show you where that motor's coming from. It's actually coming from another one of my cars we just sold to a production company. Unfortunately, I'm gonna sacrifice my 1985 Cadillac Eldorado limousine. It's only 39,000 original miles, but it was the one show we could do. They needed a limo, they needed it cut up, so I sold them the limo. I'm making money on it, so it's not like a loss to me. I just hate ruining really awesome, unique cars, and I think this Cadillac was super cool. But truth be told, I've had it for a few years. I think I've driven it 6 times. It's a pig. It's hard to get around. It uses a lot of gas, but it sure is a neat car. But I think maybe we'll bring that build to the channel and show you how we prep a car to go on a concert tour and be used on stage. So that's the stuff we're going to be doing for the rest of the summer. That's my update for the day. Probably in a few weeks, we'll be coming to you from the ranch where we're building the shop for the van company, a distribution center for all of our parts and for all of our products that we're going to be distributing and selling on our e-commerce store. And little by little, I will introduce you to some of the projects when we can for the stuff we build for entertainment, live event, and the trade show industry. That stuff is a little bit harder to show because there's a lot of non-disclosure agreements, non-compete stuff. So there's usually a lag on when I can show you what we've done, but I know for a fact there's a few projects coming up that they would actually be quite happy to see us promoting their brand on our channel, albeit a small channel. So let's see if we can grow this thing. If this sounds interesting to you, tell a friend, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. We're not trying to monetize it, but we'd definitely like to grow the audience a little bit. So folks, that's it for the update today. I'll see you in a few more days when we do a full walk around on our 2020 4x4 Sprinter van. That's it from the channel today. Thanks so much for checking it out. Have a great day, everybody.